And you're on.
Good peeps. Welcome to Live Heart Talks. Welcome to my guest, Sheena-Gaye. SiStar, welcome to Heart Talks again.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Ray, in the background. Thank you so much. Thank you to all.
Something happened last show that we had together. There was a shift. I know there was a shift in me. I realized that I was able to see after our show that Sheena and I actually were up with our higher buddies, and
Yes.
that we were in cahoots, not just here globally, here on this beautiful planet Earth, but we are also in cahoots with our cosmic family, and that not only am I welcoming Sheena, but I am welcoming all of our cosmic family. I am totally aware of their presence with us, and they asked if they could be part of our show, and we're like, well, we're a little picky about who's on our show, but all right. And Sheila and I have been giddy ever since. So I don't know, what should we, I like being able to invite our cosmic family with us. That, the universe keeps asking us to be more of who we are, who we know we are, and to integrate that here on this planet. And I know that when I'm with SiStars like Sheena, I feel more like who I am. And as we do these shows, I think we'll reveal even more of who we are.
Yes,
So tell me what you think is going on with these shows and what we're going to have to share and offer, because we're committed to it now.
we're totally committed. They're actually letting me do out to play now. It's really wonderful. It's the most beautiful platform, a spiritual platform. And Rachel, thank you so much for what you do in the background. I'd just like to mention that. It's a way. Technology is such a wonderful thing, and the media is a beautiful tool to spread information and touch people's lives that under normal circumstances may not be able to have access to this. So we are integrating that through the technology that's on the planet, which is pretty cool. It's still primitive to me, but it's still pretty cool. Yeah. And so with the Zypanthian too, it's broadcasting this through the angelic networks as well. Absolutely. The higher realms and our brothers and sisters and kin. We've been meeting with Archangel Metatron. I had vivid recollection of us sitting with Commander Ashtar. I usually land on his star bridge like Q, and he goes, "Oh, little star, you're here. I won't be a minute. Just repairing his time warp continuum. We'll be back with you in a sec. Oh, how are you? How can we help you? No." Cancel that meeting. We're chatting with little Star and with beautiful Sheila. It's just gorgeous. They're so thrilled. There's so many exciting things happening with mankind's consciousness. There's so many that have made that shift in their awareness. They're at that evolutionary stage where they're able to do this, and so they wish to have access to more information. So knowing that they're all extraordinary divine beings incarnated, their human consciousness is starting to anchor this in. And so we are providing love, of course, and light and encouragement, and letting them know that, one, they're not crazy, they're just completely crackers. It's an Australian expression. We're not crazy, we're just crackers. Just to let them know it's nothing to be frightened of. This is an extraordinary dimension. And as human beings, they have such power, they beyond their comprehension. And so you and Rachel are just the most extraordinary sisters. And every time I see her, I can't stop giggling. We're like a couple of schoolgirls. Can't smile. We're trying to be serious, but there's such joy and connection. You know, when you think about it, and how extraordinary is it that less than 40 years ago, there was none of this amazing technology. I mean, I remember the first black and white TV. I used to run home from school to watch Lost in Space. I used to sit down and go, this is real. What is this? You know. And now you're sitting in America, I'm sitting in Australia, and we can reach across the cosmos physically. We do it spiritually, but now there's a physical representation. And like any tool, it can be used wisely. And sometimes there's those that might take that tool and perhaps cause a little bit of mischief.
Yeah.
Many light workers don't integrate with the technology because they're so super sensitive that they feel everything. So I just want them to know with the angelic network that's out there now, the Zuckhand thing, which is part of the app, they can integrate and they get a shielding from that other energy that may not have the best intention, because sometimes there's those out there that enjoy that kind of thing, yeah, but it's most unpleasant experience for others. But yeah, there's massive shifts, and there's many planes of existence that are settling. There was a little bit of a overlapping of the planes of existence when we changed from the old plan to the new plan for mankind. But now the planes of existence are settling. So it's like, even though we're all here on the planet Earth, you can exist simultaneously in different planes of existence. Where I live here on this lovely mountain, this is another realm or another plane of existence. And I get in my car and I drive down to town, and that's another plane of existence. So it's like stepping through down different, going down a building and different elevators and getting out of different doors and learning how to master that. Right. So when you're on the ground floor, you know, there's ground floor things that you've got to deal with. And then you get back in the elevator and you go up to the penthouse and you, oh, now I can relax. And so I don't know if that's a good analogy, but it's really taking place. Now, you're hearing a noise. My cat has joined us. She can feel us. So she loves to join us. Yes. But if there's any beautiful brothers and sisters out there that have got any type of questions, yeah, absolutely, don't hesitate to ask, and we'll see if we can answer them. Right. And
well, you know,
what do you think is happening? Yes, sister.
Okay, so what I think is happening is that long before you and I met at Facebook, we were already in cahoots. And we were just waiting for our chance to come together. And you know, it's not just our messages, it's all this that's coming out of us. And it's because we acknowledge that we do have this beautiful energy that comes through us, and that is really what is attracting all of our beautiful people who've been watching us and sharing our show. And I thank you so much for spreading us around the world. We had so many views last show, and it was and that was just the beginning. And just in the, what was it, 2 weeks ago, just in the 2 weeks ago, I personally have had this shift of clarity. I've had a healer come in and help me through another layer that I needed help with. It just keeps coming. I can also say that I was in a situation where it was a challenging situation, and I was able to stay totally detached through the whole thing. And when it became I could feel myself start to get a little shaky. I removed myself, I breathed, I come back in, and I was able to get through the situation with grace. That's how I know things have changed.
Exactly. Yes.
Well, and also, this is our opportunity for sisters to be together and to share who they are and to reveal themselves. And I would like to in this moment acknowledge, this is huge for me. This is a big step to acknowledge my students who are on the other side. I have known for a very long time that I am you could say a teacher, and that I came here and my students have been watching me the whole time. And these are ones that I communicate with every day. And it is my honor to acknowledge them in this media and revealing myself more. And Sheena, I'm able to do that when I'm around you and a few others because we're our authentic selves when we're together.
Your students and my students get together and they take notes. She did this? Really? It's wonderful. Yes. And I remember, I have to share something really, really funny with you. Many of my team are male because I'm such a feminine being. And I remember one time they were asking me to do something and I said, but you're asking me to go against my feminine nature. This is my authentic nature. I can't not have these human. It was about mothering and being a mother and everything. And I said, okay, have any of you been incarnated as a female? And it's like, no. And I said, right, that's it for the day. You're all wearing bra. I said, I need you to get in touch with your feminine side. I said, you don't have a concept of it because you haven't had that experience. I said, but it's our inherent nature. There's things that a female is very different to that masculine, paternal compared to paternal. And so we had a hoot. I had Sananda dressed up like Dr. Jim Curry in Dr. Frankenfurter, Rocky Horror Show. He was right into it. He was really enjoying it. But the masters after that day of trying to get in touch, the masculine masters that I was working with that hadn't had an experience of being a female, it was very interesting. We have the most wonderful conversations, and because I'm having an experience so humanly compared to my other incarnations, which I'm very aware of who I've been, why I've been here in service. So this life is such an extraordinary experience, and they have such a wonderful sense of humour. And I also have many angels that are practicing to learn how to be guardian angelic beings when they come in. So they're really being put through the ropes on what's expected of a future guardian. And so, yeah, we have such a wonderful time, and we do gather in halls, and we have wonderful meetings, and we touch base. And the most important thing is not to take everything too seriously, to remember to laugh. We must have great joy, even when we're gooses and if we do things and we repeat the lesson over and over again, we go, oh, goodness, am I still doing this? Am I really going to get it? It's okay. It's okay. That's the thing. You've got an eternity to do this and learn. There's no, if you've got a mentor or a guide telling you, come on, hurry up, you've got to get this done, they're lovingly trying to encourage you, but each soul has the right to evolve as they're able to at their own pace, and they must do it authentically. Yeah, but your students and my students take notes.
Oftentimes at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, so there it is. You decide. This is what it felt like to me. And that's one of the things that my students are always asking is, what does it feel like to be in that situation? What does it's so enduring, the questions that they ask because and it makes it feel like this journey here as this earthling is kind of, special because like they want to know what it's like.
Well, this is it. See, through us, they get to have an experience also that we're all each other's teachers. We're all each other's students. Without me, I can't be you. I always say to my students, thank you so much, both my physical and their spiritual ones. They always tell me that I teach the teachers. So I have my students are beautiful masters. I never understood it, and we have conversation, and it's the most extraordinary blessing, a divine experience. There's no words to explain it, but we're all each other's teachers and we're all each other's students. We all give each other an experience, and that's what they've always taught me. There's no right or wrong. It's about the experience that you're having, and we're experiencing being human, which is an extraordinary thing in itself. The things that we've done to rebirth ourselves not only in this dimension but from higher dimensions, to come here to have this incredible experience at this densest form of light, one of the densest forms of light we can vibrate at. So yeah, it's quite extraordinary. It's like I came to boot camp just for the chocolate.
Yeah.
But I'm not a quitter. I won't give it up. I won't quit because you can't experience chocolate in the ethereal realm. Yes, so it's worth coming here just for the produce. Honestly, absolutely. Yeah.
And one of the other things that is so the same with Sheena and I is the way we have relationships with our guys and our buddies over on the other side, because this is how I am with all of them. I am not.
Yes.
This is me.
We talk to them the same way we talk to you. Do you ever have those days where something has happened and you're so overloaded, you've gone, right, that's it, I'm not talking to anyone. I'm not talking to you. And you go silent, and they're just sitting there waiting because they know that you're going to talk to them again.
Right.
And when you've had your, I call it a dummy spit, when the baby spits a dummy, and I go, well, I know that you know that I know that you know that I am going to talk to you again, but it might or not, I'm still not talking to you. And of course then when you start talking to them, you go, well, you know I was going to talk to you again. Of course you're going to talk to us again. But we'll just let you be in peace. It's like, it's hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And now you have painted your entire house the most beautiful lavender colors. You must be just like living like under a rainbow or something about now.
Yes, I usually do in metaphysical. I've done the back and I'm doing the front, and then I'll do the sides. As I'm just having so much joy with the violet ray and the violet flame and the lavender. It makes you smile. It's just gorgeous. Thank you.
I've been hearing a lot of people commenting on being an empath now and how strong that energy is and how people are learning to cope with that and how to cope with all these energies. What have you got to say about that?
Okay. I suppose it depends on your concept of empath. Now, first off, we have to establish what is your actual concept of empath. Are you an empath? Empaths are very rare, and an empath means that they have all their blessings. Sorry. Hello. Hello. Yeah, this is Angel. She's an extraordinary being. She's hard to show. Don't look at me like that. She's giving me, like, well, why can't I be on there? Okay, empath. Now, empaths are extraordinarily rare. The clairsentient means you're super sensitive. An empath has all of their blessings turned up 1,000-fold, and they can feel everything to the maximum, hear everything to the maximum, see everything to the maximum, know everything to the maximum. So empathic is quite rare to incarnate and be a full empath, because it doesn't mean you're an empath on this dimension. It means you're empathic through to the other planes of existence. So it means you're aware of your existence in other realms. So that it depends on your concept of empath. There's many of our brothers and sisters who are, I'll use the term, if it's okay, clairsentient.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
Clair means the blessing. So if you're clairsentient, you come from the heart, you feel everything as a heart energy. Clairaudient is you hear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Clairvoyant is a voyeurism, you see through the heart, hear through the heart. There's toning and there's channeling. Claircognizance means you are totally, your crown chakra is completely open, and you have a blessing which is called claircognizance, which means knowing. You don't have to see it, you don't have to hear it, you don't have to feel it or hear it. You know it. You just know it. And so you're using all of this. Now, the many of our brothers and sisters, their sensitivity is raising, so they're aware, oh my God, not only of their brothers and sisters, not only of the planet. A lot of them feel the cosmos, so their sensitivity shifts. They don't understand that they're feeling the planets, they're hearing the planets, because everything in the universe resonates. What I could recommend is that they constantly make a daily practice of sitting with their team and asking their team to help them synchronize.
Yes.
They can listen to music. I can play the harps and give you a sequence. They can put on their favourite music. And this will help them synchronize all of these energies. A lot of them have ringing in the ears, which they go to. Some people go to the doctor, and some people say it's tinnitus, or
right.
And it's not. They're actually hearing the cosmos. Some of them do have a physical thing that is affecting them, but the majority of light workers can hear this high pitch.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it goes ping through their ears, and I call that download, so that they're getting download of information from the higher dimensions. I would recommend they do their daily practices of making it a discipline which becomes an automatic part of their life. Colour can help them adjust. The violet is a wonderful energy to synchronise and to settle everything. And to master what they're feeling. One of the simple techniques that I recommend to my beautiful physical students who are brave enough or crazy enough to put their hands up to the healers, I say to them, whenever you're feeling something, just check and just say, if this is not mine, please separate me from it so I may diagnose it. Now, if it hovers and goes in and out, it's closely related to you, or it's one of your clients, or it's your partner, or someone who's close to you. If it leaves you completely, then it's not yours to deal with. But if it stays with you, then it's yours, and go, okay, this is mine. Now what do I have to do? What am I feeling? What am I experiencing? What is it that I'm learning? What can I take from this experience? Don't try and ignore it and push it away, but have complete faith that the team that is with you will assist you in helping to try and sort out what it is.
Right. Well, with a little bit of knowledge of all those abilities, then you can actually maybe start recognizing them, and then and then, start using them, play with them. It's what I call playing with the universe. If I've got,
Absolutely.
and let's talk about your app for just a minute, because that is a very helpful little tool, since we're talking about tools.
Thank you. Thank you for asking about it. What would you like to know?
Well, tell the people what you've made here, because I think it's really I had when I had David Diamondheart, and he gave me the Metatron thing. Oh my God, I was Metatron for a week. These things, these things really work.
Metatron can do that to you. It's one of my favourites. Oh. Yeah.
Jeez.
Trying to incarnate with you, we'll give you a party.
Okay, so my point is, these tools really they are the new tools of the new earth, and they really, when you're open to the new, these are the things that are being offered, and so explain your app a little clearer.
Well, it took many years to first off bring the angelic technology into the earth realm to even support doing anything like this. So it was a very long process in human years. Of course, in spirit, it's like no time. So was responsible for working together with. They gave me an experience first so that I could ask for it. They do that, yeah. That's how we do it. Yeah. So we brought in this amazing angelic network. It's called the Pantheon. It's not something you can speak to, but it's there in the background to support the app. The app was designed purely after I had an uncomfortable experience with technology many years ago, when something travelled down the computer lines into the computer, through the keyboard and into me. It was a very unpleasant. Yeah, it was a very unpleasant experience.
Wow.
It was, yeah. And I sat and had a chat with the team, with God, and with everybody, and said, well, how can the light workers use technology here if this is going to happen? I said, this is not good enough. I said, we need something that allows those who choose it to be able to use this divine technology without that interference. And so it was created, and the Arcturians were so wonderful, and we brought it into the planet, and it's there, and it's integrated, and this is what my app connects to. As I said, you can't speak to this. It's technology. So you can't go up to this technology and say hello to it unless you're R2D2.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's there. So then for years I was saying, okay, how do I bring this in? I connected it to my website. So many people would tap into my website and then just use my homepage of the website on their computer to put that shield in. And then I'm laying in bed and I'm praying and talking as I do. I call it praying, which is having conversation like you and I do. Okay, how can I do this? How can I get this to the world? And I wake up in the morning, of course, my team is around the bed. My room's usually crowded, and Metatron and Sanander and Michael are there, and they lean over and they go, make an app. And I'm laying in bed, I'm going, yeah, sure, I'm just going to pull that one out of the cosmos. Like, I'm not technical. I'm very telepathic, but I'm not technical. I'll go on a computer and I'll do something and I'll go, I have no idea what I just did. I just channeled it. I need to know what I did and I won't know what I've done. So I thought, oh my goodness, okay, how's this going to take place? And so then what happened was, of course, it all fell into divine perfection. I rang my dear friend Tyrone, and he put me on to a lovely brother, Jeremy, who we call him this psychic skeptic. He's one. The skeptic psychic, whichever way you like. And he created it for me. He did all the coding, the technology behind it. There's a little story about that too. I was working so closely in spirit, and I woke up this morning and I did not feel right. I felt terrible, and I had to ring another friend, as you do. Phone home, ring a friend. And what's wrong with me? And they said, you're stuck in a room where there's lots of ones and zeros. I've been working so closely with Jeremy. And I went into his, where he does the coding, which is not my language. No, don't go there. Don't go there, girlfriend. It's weird. And so they had to bring me out. It was like I was like this.
Wow. Yes.
Physically. Yeah, don't do it. It's not good. Took me a couple of weeks to synchronize and get normal again. And so it was really strange. Have you ever seen the movie Tron?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, going into there and not being able to get back out again.
Right.
Yeah, I got out of it. And I was blessed because they obviously brought it to me at the right time, because I had all my artwork, I had my trademarking done, I had my own music, I had my own written work done, and with Apple, they advised me to go with Apple. The reason being, to make an app is an expensive process physically. And for the other phones, for all the Android phones, you need a separate app. They've each got their own code. So my decision was, how do I reach the majority of the world? And app was the larger quantity of being able to get out to people through smartphones. So that was the reason I went with Apple. Then I had to jump over hoops with Apple because I've got a registered business. I had most of the I's dotted and most of the T's crossed, but they made me do a few other things. And then we created it, and we used my Windows from Heaven, the artwork, and I thought, well, how are we going to do this? How are we going to say that this gives you spiritual protection? I can't really do that in the modern world with what's the requirements for an app, but I was able to make my beautiful artwork instead of reading cards and Windows from Heaven, which also allow the angelic vibration to come through. This is one of my paintings here. This is Archangel Gabriel's window. He loves it. Loves his window. So thank you so much. Yeah, I love doing them. I just enjoy it so much. So I had many that I could use, many windows for the archangels. So we put that in the app. So you can save the pictures as screensavers. And if you want to have the goddess energy for the day, you bring the goddess energy through your phone in your auric field. Yeah, it's really cool. But you also, the underlying platform, the spiritual platform for it is it's connected to the Zypantheon, which is the spiritual. It doesn't allow other things to come through the technical devices. It does not stop electromagnetic frequencies, which are man-made. You need something else for that, but this is consciousness that travels through these devices. And because when you're holding a device in your hand, in your auric field, it's very different. When something spiritually comes through, you can go, oh, what's that? And go with love and light, give it a polish and help it and send it on. But when you've got a device in your hand and energy comes straight through that, it's a different vibration straight into your auric field. So, yeah, that's my purple G. Funny about that. So with the app, what happens is you can use it on your iPhone, your iPad, your iPod, and you can ask questions of the angels. And so there was some beautiful guides in there for you as well. Yeah, so it's only a small little device, but I've had wonderful, wonderful feedback from friends who are very empathic and very sensitive, that it's helped them immensely. And that's the joy of it, that they enjoy it, because they can now play with their technology and not feel that sometimes that strange vibration. Because I've watched it, I've seen it along the big towers, and and the wires, and I thought, oh, what is that? You know, like, who's that sitting up there? Like, which energy is that? Which dimension is it from? So it's quite extraordinary. But thank you so much for asking me about it. And my earnest wish is it will help people. That's my purpose of bringing that particular project into the planet. But the Arcturians had so much fun because they, of course, any technology that's released into our consciousness, it's already been created and designed, it already exists, and then when mankind's able to conceive it, they release it into the planet. I still can't get used to the fact that I can't just integrate with my computer and talk to it telepathically. I have to push buttons. It's like
I don't know why the stove doesn't know when I'm done cooking. I just walk away. I'm like, what?
What is that?
Yeah. And wires? I don't get wires.
Well, one thing I can tell you, if you are extremely sensitive, don't put your bed head against an outer wall where there is an electricity or a meter box coming into your house. If you're able to move it away from the wall about a foot, so your crown chakra is not right in that grid. You can also put a beautiful black onyx or black tourmaline. You should have seen me. It was the heat when I could feel all this energy. I was going to fucking firecracker. And I'm going to the angels, I've got to stick the crystal on everything. And I'm around the house with black onyx. I even had, the onyx stuck on the phone. Somebody answered the phone, and I'm sitting there thinking, this is ridiculous. There's got to be a lot. And I can hear them laughing. I can hear them absolutely wetting themselves laughing. And they're giggling and they're chuckling, and I'm thinking, okay, what is it? Okay, I've got to think. I've got to really use my physical brain here. What can I do to change the frequency in my home from this electronic frequency? And I'm sitting, and it's like that light bulb moment. And all of a sudden, it's like, where is the point that the electricity is actually entering your house? It's the meter box. It's the meter box, and that's where you need to put the big crystal. I'm sure my little meter man, when he used to read the meter, would open it and so you put it in the meter box because that's where the energy enters your house, and that will help you because crystalline technology is just amazing. So ask for it to be for that specific purpose, that it be a shield for your house when you put it in there. So give it instruction, and the beings that are with you will tweak it. The Arcturians will come along and overlay another device into that crystal for you. It's pretty cool.
I love the Arcturians. I love them.
Angelic heads.
God.
Yeah. And they're so tall.
Yes, they are. Oh.
Yeah. It's very hard for them to incarnate. There's not very many that incarnate. It is a little bit of a challenge, that one. So that yes. So,
well, our half hour is about up.
Okay, darling. Thank you so
much. I hope you've
much.
all enjoyed this. What?
Would you like to play a little bit of Ave Maria on one of my crystal harps just to say goodbye?
Yes, that would be wonderful. Oh, good idea.
Yeah, my son managed, he's such a beautiful musician, he managed to write me a few of the notes. The rest of the notes, because the Ave Maria is in a different scale, can't be played on the harp. But I've got the beginning of it, and so I'd love to do that for you.
Yes,
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
So this is made from quartz crystal. This is made in Quebec. And my spirit plays a similar device in spirit. But this is such a beautiful gift that it's finally here. I've asked for the crystal flute, but they haven't got that yet. We'll get one. We'll get one soon. My darling, so this is for you all, and I hope it helps to give you all a little bit of a healing and a synchronization, a little bit of a blessing. I love you both, you and Rachel, both so much, and thank you all so much for allowing us this platform. I get all emotional. How does it feel? It feels fabulous. It feels beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love you. I love all of you. Yeah. Here we go.
All right.
Enjoy. Namaste, darlings. Namaste.
Okay, from my heart to yours.
From my heart to yours. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you didn't blow the speakers.
Yeah, everybody's ears now are ringing. They go, I've got it now. I've got it.